So I want to just say thank you to Toni for having me on, because I'm rarely ever on. I'm rarely ever in the front. I'm always in the back. So thank you, Toni,
Sure.
for having me on today. So yeah, we'll just have a round table. You know?
Sure. Yeah. Well, thank you for having me. It really is an honor to sit down and chat with you, pick your brain. You invited me to 1 Million Cups, and I'm a country bumpkin, so I've always kind of had the core beliefs that you don't have to have hundreds of buddies, but maybe a good chunk, a smaller chunk. And so I haven't really accumulated a lot of network, a lot of people to get in front of and just learn from, I suppose. So it's been quite phenomenal to be included in that, to be around like-minded people and just learning every week.
Awesome.
And you invited me, and I just thought, goodness gracious, this Glen, you're always empowering other people and lifting other people up and trying to help communities fill the gaps of how can we make things better. And so I thought, hey, let's get you in here. Let's find out about you.
I appreciate that so much, because it's taxing, but it's a good tax.
Sure.
Because I woke up at 5 this morning, and then did some push-ups, drank some coffee before I headed out, and it was like, as I'm heading here, you could see the sun coming out and the black clouds going away, because last night's storm was ridiculous. Yeah. I'm not from Omaha.
Okay.
So the weather out here has been so I heard there's 2 weather systems.
Sure.
Right? One coming from the north, one coming from the east. Some people making phone calls, make it rain.
Oh, sure.
And so last night was like, man, what is going on out here? But when I woke up on my way here, the sun was coming out and the clouds were going away, and it's been great. And then this morning when we did the podcast, Merritt had pulled up early on time, so I was like, I got to get him on the podcast, because this guy's doing educational stuff. And so it was an honor to have him on, as well as yourself, as well as Maggie, as well as Lisa. Just the whole community came together to do the damn thing. So I'm really happy about that. And
what is it you say? Built by the community, for the community?
For the community, by the community. Entrepreneurial Stories is the name of the podcast. We do have it on the days where we have 1 Million Cups. That way nobody gets it mixed up. It doesn't really belong to anybody. It belongs to the community. I'm just one of the guys that's pushing the thing forward.
Sure.
Right? Because somebody's got to push this thing forward. If we wait for it to be beautiful, we wait for it to be professionally done, if we wait for the money to come in before we start doing it, then it won't get done. So now that it has legs and it's growing, and people want to be on a podcast, today was a very clear indication to me that people want this. And so the customer discovery part of it, it's So the fact that everybody showed up today, you showed up, Maggie showed up, you guys hosted it today, that was amazing to me, because if you had said no and she had said no, then guess what? Those same 5 people, I would have interviewed them. So, I always fall back on myself. I'm pretty self-sufficient. But I feel like it's important to ask for help, One of my mentors told me Monday, he said, Glen, when you ask people for help, sometimes you're giving them a gift because you're allowing them to help.
Absolutely.
It's in our nature to want to help people.
Absolutely.
Right? Even what we're doing now, we're helping each other, and we just want to keep that thing going.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And I think that you're very inspirational. I personally have worked for State Farm agents in the last 10 years, and one consistent thing that I have seen is that, they're entrepreneurs. They have their hands in so many different projects, be it the community, be it, just so many different things. And,
Sure.
you know, as I've met you, I'm looking at your LinkedIn, you know, because you're always, always, always uplifting other people, just spreading the word, helping them to grow. And so I just thought, goodness gracious, like, it's virtual learning, like, tell the camera, what are you up to?
So, man, it's a long list. It's a really long list. But I got that list prepared because people have been asking me, yo, what are you working on? So let me go in here real quick just to make it easy on all of us and everybody watching.
Yeah, well, and while you're searching, you were talking kind of about the clouds parting today, and I personally, I woke up extra early, and I just thought, I want to do well. I want to help these individuals that are wanting to represent like their values, their core beliefs, and I just thought, you know, I want to show up. I want to help, and that's exactly it. Asking, and asking you shall receive.
Yeah, absolutely. Amen to that. I mean, I keep telling people it's a spiritual battle, but if you're already on that path where you have a good hold on your mental, and for those who are having struggles with their mental health, you know, we'll keep you guys in our prayers because it's not easy, you know, and it's not uncommon, all right? But the mindset is a powerful thing. It's like it's a thing that you need to grasp. And you know, I woke up this morning and I was like, today's gonna be a great day, a beautiful day. Life is always beautiful. All we do is win. I mean, these are mantras, you know, and thanking God for another day, being grateful for another day. Those things are important because it's all about mindset and how you wake up. You know, I try not to let anything ruin my day, and if something does try to ruin my day, it's for like 2 minutes, and I got to remind myself, life is beautiful, man. Let's get back to it.
It's too short.
It's short.
Too short to be stressed and angry.
Yeah, exactly. So enjoy your life and like believe in yourself, but also like my go-to is the God in the Bible, and I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna lay it out. I'm not perfect, but I'll lay it out there. 'Cause I cursed somebody out yesterday, but you know, it was only because they were acting very erratic.
Hey, we're imperfect humans.
Yeah,
and we all the goal of try to live and love and be like.
Exactly, live and let live, but you got to move with love. That's the only way this thing's gonna really work, and you know, I try to move with that every day. So as you said, it's like you're gonna have a good day. You got to come do it. You're gonna, you know, and you stepped up. You know, you interviewed 3 people today. You hosted 3 people today, and those people left today with like just a new feeling, a new power. You know, whatever you want to call it.
Cup overfloweth.
Their cup was overflowing. Everybody, Lisa was happy. Everybody that came through today was super happy.
Oh, it was such a good time and so much energy and excitement, and you know, there was something great about each speaker, and you know, but we're gonna talk about you, but incredible. It's such a great collective.
I love it. So like the stuff that I got going on right now, a lot of you guys might not know about RWA, which is real world assets. And what it is like we have a property listed. Okay, we have a Florida island out in Key West. We have it on our listing, but it's connected with smart contracts, and we were able to take 50% ownership of the island, and we're fractionalizing that ownership to investors and people who want to own a piece of the property as well. So we have the smart contracts on the blockchain to where if that island is rented out, you make some money on that. It's almost like we'll take it back to this old. It's still happening, but it's called timeshares.
Oh, sure.
But on the blockchain with smart contracts, where when the money comes in, it's already automatic. You're going to get paid because you're one of the investors on the Florida island.
Sure.
All right. I'll put that link in the description below.
Look below.
Also, Ecom Industries, what we do is we're a tech firm. Payments, mobile apps, decentralized applications, which are called D-apps, smart contracts. We do a lot with machine learning, where we're training bots, we're training the AIs to do whatever it is. I particularly love to do the cloning. Like, I will take you, clone your voice, and have you just doing whatever. You could be doing a class, teaching a class.
Well, I have the robotic, or is it more human-like?
It's more human-like.
Okay.
And so, because the ones I've done, this was almost like 8 months ago. I did some videos where I'm doing construction, and it was pretty good. Now it's even better.
I did see something about cement.
Yeah, the concrete and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. So I'll get to that. It's on the list. So RWA and the tech firm. So the tech firm is going to be solidified here when our most powerful app comes out. And so that's why I haven't been promoting that we do this or we do that, because we just submitted our app to the Apple Store. And so any of you guys that are out there developing, sometimes it takes a day or 2 weeks before Apple or the Android store approves any of these apps to come out. But once it's approved and it's out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out a blast to all of you guys, and you'll be able to download the app. It's mainly for medical professionals, though. But once you see how robust...
Real-world superheroes, medical professionals, real-world superheroes.
Yeah, Sorry. But I'm not a medical professional, but those real-world superheroes, like you said, this is actually an AI app for you guys. So how that works is when a doctor's having a meeting with the patient, the conversation is being recorded. And instead of taking a bunch of notes or sending that recording to a transcriber, it would transcribe everything right there on the spot. But it will also give you SOAP notes. It will also give you the billing codes that you need to send to the insurance companies and recommendations. It will also check for fraud and compliance to make sure that you're actually, sending out what you need to send out. Because a lot of times when a doctor makes a silly mistake, it gets rejected, and then it's time, and there's money on the table that the doctor has to worry about. But they're also worried about scribing and getting the SOAP notes done, and then getting the correct billing code. So we're going to do the heavy lifting for them.
Yeah, all while trying to solve a mystery. What's actually going on with you?
What's actually going on with you.
Yep.
And the AI will actually make predictions as to what's going on with the patient.
It's incredible.
Yeah, so that's one of our apps coming out real soon. We have about 20 doctors already signed up. We have connections with UNMC. We have connections with a few other places that, we'll just see. So we took it from idea to an actual product with no investment, straight bootstrap, eating ramen noodles and steak. And I joke because it's like, sometimes you're going to eat the ramen, but sometimes you'll throw some steak on it,
And that kind of takes me back to the conversation with Brett last week. He was talking about work-life balance, and he said, sometimes your work-life balance is going to be off-kilter for a month, couple of weeks, couple of days, fine. Just get control of it so that it's not forever.
Exactly. Because work-life balance is a real thing, but it just looks different for everybody.
Yeah.
How
do you overcome? Like I said, you're not even through your list here, and I'm still interrupting. I can't imagine the texts and dings you get all day long.
Yeah, so I have to protect my energy because if I'm bringing what Rick calls the Glenergy, if I'm bringing the Glenergy, then I have to protect that too, because sometimes, you want to go, but it's sometimes good to rest until you recharge, and then you can attack it again.
Yeah.
And so my routine is kind of like that. It's like, okay, Wednesday mornings, we're doing a bunch of stuff, talking to a bunch of people, connecting a bunch of people with a bunch of other people. And then by like 5 o'clock, I got a decision to make. Do I keep going until I just pass out? or do I stop right there in that moment and recharge? Because I know Thursday's coming, right? So if Thursday's on the way and I know I got a busy day Thursday, most likely I'm gonna rest.
Sure.
Right? Only because I'm a 14-hour-a-day guy, no problem. You know, my mom and dad they weren't entrepreneurs; they were just workers. So they worked a lot. They taught me how to be a hard worker.
Sure.
And so that's where the ambition comes from. You know, and them being immigrants is like me being born in America and them being from Honduras. It's kind of like they're depending on me to like make sure that the lineage keeps going and that we create generational wealth and that. So there's a lot of pressure on me to succeed in life because I've succeeded in life in doing not the right things all the time, but just worrying about getting the money. And now I'm just like, I got to make an impact, and I got to do stuff that helps other people, right? So that's where my focus lies on today. It's not wholly or solely about the money, but I also have to like, just remind myself that that's the goal. Because I've gotten offers to go over here and do this over there for other companies. Yeah.
It.
And I'm like, after researching these people, I'm just like, they just want it for themselves, and they're not really trying to help a bunch of people, which I'm trying to help a bunch of people. I'm trying to help as many people as I possibly can. I'm actually not trying to charge anybody for telling their stories, so that's why I'll throw it out there that if I'll throw links out there like, yo, if you want to sponsor, you want to see this continue, just help us out. But I will still keep, because I feel like once a few of my projects get off the ground, I will be able to sponsor this stuff. But what's funny is God does the most magical things or the most beautiful things, because Lisa came by today. She wants to continue to do the podcast. She wants to contribute. She was on a podcast today. And she also was in the medical.
Great job. She said this was her first one. Like,
it was her first one.
What a pro.
Right?
And I think it boils down to relationships. Just having good relationships with people, and then the rest just falls into place.
It's funny how I met Lisa. I met Lisa through Terry, and Terry was on the show. And then
I think I tipped her over to you.
You did?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
That was you. So, and that's how super connecting happens. You just say, hey, go over there. Him or her might be able to help you. So, after you pointed it to me, she came over there, booked her on the show, and then the rest is history, because her experience, when she talks about it to other people, they want to do it too, even if they haven't done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's part of community building. And I think that's very important. I got friends in Miami. They're like, bro, I need some clients. I'm like, bro, you need a community. That's what you need. That's why you're running out of clients, because you don't have a community. You're not really helping people out. You just want to take their money, and then when you're done with them, you go try to find somebody else.
Sure.
That way of doing business is going to die here soon, because people, if you're looking, it's transactional, dies quickly, but when you're doing transformational stuff. So that's one of the things with SaasKamp. We want to help more businesses succeed. 1 million cups, we want to help more businesses succeed. And so that's the goal. Like, if we're all succeeding, or let's say 80% of us are succeeding, I mean, I can only imagine what this world would look like.
Sure. Yeah.
I think it'll be a very beautiful place to be at, where everybody's like really helping everybody grow, one way or the other.
Yeah.
So, like, I know this is a long list, but
that's what I was telling you.
So I got a mobile Metaverse app for shopping and for a trading floor.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know what a trading floor is, that's the stock market, but on your phone in a mobile version. Shopping, you want to go get some Reeboks, some Louis, whatever, we could do that in the Metaverse that we're creating, where you can actually make the purchase in there on your phone. 50-50. I might put the link out there, I might not. I'm also doing gamified education with the Metaverse education platform. Okay, that's right now I'm starting off with construction, introduction to construction, but originally I started doing the K through 12. And sorry, Merritt, we didn't get to talk today, man. I was so busy because me and Merritt had a scheduled meeting, but you know, time, and because he does education as well. And we're doing the first ever governor teen summit.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm on that as one of the leaders, and because he came today, he was able to meet Maggie Thorne, who's over it, she works with Career Pathway. Well, she's a part of CareerPathways.com. I forget what her title is exactly, but she's over there with those guys. And Bo Jones is the founder. And so it was a beautiful connecting because he's in education and I'm in education, but my education is gamified education inside of the virtual world, which a lot of the problems that we have with that is the server cost and then the computers or devices that the kids have to be able to handle it.
Okay.
So that's kind of like not the roadblock, but a hump that the institutions that want this type of technology to keep their kids engaged, they're going to need to have good computers and good server. They're going to have to pay the server cost. Even after they pay me to do whatever I need to do, there's still a maintenance cost associated with this.
Sure.
And so with that, I think it's kind of early, so it's kind of imperative that I find partners who understand that the ROI is going to be better students versus how much am I going to get because I put $1,000, let's say $1,000, I'll keep it small. We'll put $1,000 up. How much am I going to get back on that $1,000? Well, I'm looking at it differently from a lens of 1,000 students who use this will actually be better students because we actually created something for them to actually do inside of a video game world where they're actually learning something positive and educating themselves.
Sure. And do you think that I would feel like that's pretty common. It's like everyone jokes around and says anybody that was born after millennials were born with a cell phone. We're born with, you got games on that?
That's a fact.
And so I imagine that the kids would be very interactive and it would be almost like nature, second, just easy peasy.
So yeah, the kids, to your point, the kids right now are meeting their friends in the virtual world. So as when I grew up, I went to the skating rink. I went to the bowling alley. I went to the parties. I went to the baseball games, the basketball games, to the dances, the quinceañeras, the sweet 16s,
Just come home before the lights go out.
Just come home before the lights go out. We used to ride our bikes in the street all day, play kickball, street ball, playing cops and robbers, whatever, right? And these kids today, they do all of that, but inside of the virtual world, which is the Metaverse world, not the video games. The Metaverse world is a video game environment, but we do what we want to do in there, live. And we talk to each other, live.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Roblox, you can go in there and play a game and still talk to your friends, but there's a game going on, but there's really no education.
Okay.
Fortnite is trying to bring that about, but then it's when you have the option to go off and play a video game where you're doing, let's say, Grand Theft Auto or baby Grand Theft Auto, like they call them. They got these games that are compared to Grand Theft Auto, and a lot of the times these kids rather play that than go into an educational thing.
And the things you're hearing coming from the kids,
oh my God.
It's not something you want on their radar, really.
Yeah, but it's like when we were growing up, it's the same dangers, and so that's why you got to kind of be inside of your kid's life if you don't want them to veer off on the deep end, even if they are exposed to certain things when they're not home. But now we're in this virtual world where mom will come in the room and she sees you in there and you're fine and you're safe, but you're in there and there's no telling what's going in and out of your ears and what you're seeing. And so the virtual world can be a great thing, but we haven't gotten there yet. You know, and these companies are making billions of dollars. I mean, Fortnite has 150 million monthly active users. That's not including the users that signed on and then didn't get back on.
Sure.
Or aren't on as often. They have 150 million users worldwide active, like daily. They're in that world. That's aside from the Call of Duties and the other stuff. So my thing is metaverse education, because there needs to be a place in the virtual world where the kids can go into classrooms, learn math, learn science, learn whatever other academics inside of this world that they're already in.
Sure.
So like we're doing, I wrote a kid's book for the blockchain, but it's hard because I try to get it inside of the Department of Education, but they're not teaching this stuff.
Okay.
The crypto, the DeFi, the DApps, decentralized applications, all this new tech that's already here, that we're already using. We're not teaching our kids how to use it, but kids overseas are the ones creating this stuff. And so that's where I kind of have a problem, where it's like, okay, why aren't we encouraging our kids to build? So that's where the construction comes in at, because if you're learning how to build with your hands, then you'll also learn how to build with your mind and build with a computer, and you'll actually expand on stuff.
It's incredible. That's like teach them to, go catch a fish and feed them for one day, teach them to fish, feed them for life.
There you go. And so if we could get to that, I think that the next generation that's coming up after us will have a better life with less anxiety, because right now a lot of them have anxiety. A lot of them have mental health issues. A lot of them are on medication. A lot of them are, whatever, right?
Well, they're stimulated. Just so much going on in the world.
Dopamine. That's the new drug right now, dopamine and attention. And so, we can't save everybody, but we can at least try to put a product out there that will actually, steer the narrative and steer the kids into a different direction, because we want our kids to be educated.
Sure. Well, and there was a day that they weren't on computers. We had books and notebooks, and if you're on your computer, you're going to the office.
Yeah.
And now that's their sole piece of equipment.
Exactly. And so the education system, I would like to if you're out there and you're listening, let's try to do something for these kids, man. Like, it's not even about me. It's like I can kind of see where things are going, and so if we can help them get on the right track, stay on the right track, I think they'll have a pretty bright future.
I believe you in saying that, and the reason I say that is because one of my first times attending the Million Cups, teenagers, kids. There was a little gal talking about an app that she had built. There was a baking app, and another kid, he was just so intelligent. But he was talking about how, he had started this app to help for SATs. And I'm always seeing kids in and out, and it's like, think about where we would be today if somebody started this 20 years ago.
Oh, man. We'd be in a whole better shape, I'll tell you what. Because, all right, so right now we're in summer vacation, so the kids aren't even around. But yeah, we do got high school kids and college kids coming through. I just met a teacher today. He does entrepreneurship stuff. He loved what he saw today, and I told him, bring your students. So when school starts back up, we will have a bunch of the students pulling back up.
Yeah.
Because it's very necessary. They need a platform where they can go and talk.
Mentors?
They need mentors. People questioning their business plans, shooting holes through their business plans. There's nothing wrong with letting a kid know, hey, you should really look at customer discovery or really analyze your business idea before you go gun-ho.
Sure.
Because a lot of times we're like, no, this is my passion, and then it's like, well, who wants it? Who needs it? Is there any interest? Is there a demand? And if there isn't a demand, but is actually a positive thing, then I think that's what someone should go with. Like, it's a positive change. It's different from what is already there, Because we have a lot of money-centric people, but I think there's a lot of people who want to make positive changes too.
Oh, I believe that. I'm probably going to say it incorrectly, but Baird Law.
Oh, Baird and Holmes?
Yes.
I probably messed that up too, though.
Sorry, guys. There is an incredible woman that I just met a couple weeks back.
Kelly?
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yes.
shout out to Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
And Ryan, her husband.
Yes. And so just kind of chatting with her, and, of course I told her, I said, hey, I think your husband's your biggest fan, because he was just like gassing her up.
Oh, man.
So cool to see.
Yeah, that's an awesome relationship right there.
Yes, it kind of reminded me of my own. My husband's quite incredible. But just hearing her saying, that they've been attending these meetings for a very long time, and just the relationships. And like just, a lot of people everyone has an opinion, right? And so, it was just incredible. Just incredible, like the community, and just seeing like, no, I'm really here to help. I'm really here to influence others and just be an ear. And to what you were just saying, creating blueprints, like looking at different options and what it's going to look like.
Exactly.
So, a good group of people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been going to 1 Million Cups now going on 2 years, so.
As a student, right? You say you were a student yourself?
Yeah, I think if you're going to go to 1 Million Cups, you got to have the student mentality. Because if you go there thinking that because you have a business idea, people are just going to cut a check, it's kind of like, there's a process, there's ways to do things. There's certain people you got to meet. There's certain things you got to have in play. And so if you go to 1 Million Cups or any networking event as a student, then you'll figure things out fairly quickly versus going there saying, I'm going to meet an investor who's just going to give me the money. You want to get to know these people. You want to show these people what you got going on, and then you want to actually take advice. If someone tells you, bring your app to completion and then release it and publish it, you might want to do that if they're telling you that. Because I'm a firm believer in that too. It's like, all right, you got an idea, but no one can download it. No one can go to your website. You don't even have a website. So those are things that someone needs to get in order, like having your LLC, your corporation paperwork, like all these things. And this is actually what might end up happening. We need to do like a podcast where we're giving out gems, like, hey, you need to have this, you need to have that, you need to have this, you need to have that. That way we're creating value, but also giving value so that people don't make these mistakes. We make a lot of mistakes because, you either go for the LLC or you go for the C Corp. But which one do you need?
Right.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Oh, you just stole it from my head. That's where my brain was going. You don't know what you don't know.
And so
you come to 1 Cups, and then you just, I mean, there's Jim R. Jim Reef?
Jim Reef, yeah,
Okay.
James Reef.
James,
Yeah, he's a great resource. Nebraska Enterprise.
Yes.
Nebraska Enterprise Fund, NEF. So those guys over there are great. Manny and the Move team with Charlie and them, they're great guys to get in contact with to actually like see if your business is even a possibility.
Sure.
And I always recommend you go to those type of people because Manny's been in the space for a long time where he took a business idea or bought businesses and sold them, made them better, sold them. He's the GOAT. Manny's the GOAT when it comes to taking an idea, making the business pre-revenue to revenue, and then being able to sell that business.
Yeah. And I feel a little guilty. I'm not going to use the acronym correctly, but he very much told me, like, you need an accountant, you need an insurance, you need an attorney, all of these different pieces. And what a gem. What a gem to know. These are the steps, these are the pieces.
And so, like, guys like Manny, you cannot waste these people's time. Charlie, you cannot waste their time. These guys are the guys that will help you get to the next level, but there are certain things that you have to have done before they can even help you. So, and I think that's what we're trying to create at SaasKamp is, well, that's what we're going to create at SaasKamp is the blueprint for you to be able to go to Charlie and Manny.
Okay.
And I don't want to leave out Mr. Grange. I want to say John Grange. Mr. Grange, my apologies, man.
To be fair, we did kind of just, I was just so excited to interview you. So I said, let's do it. Let's just do it. So thanks for going with the flow.
I appreciate you.
Forgive us for not writing down names before we got
it's all
here.
good. I appreciate you even doing this, because then it gives me a chance to let people get to know me a little bit better as well.
Everyone sees you. They always see you. What's Glen doing other than uplifting others, encouraging others?
Yeah, well, that's a big part of it, man. Like, if we can't uplift each other, like, there was a business yesterday that announced that they were 10 years in, and it's a great thing, but it's also sad that when someone's been in 10 years, and there's, I don't want to say no real community, but like a lot of people don't know who these people are, or they don't know these people's story.
Sure.
So in Omaha, let's start telling each other stories. That way we know about each other, whether you're on the north side or whether you're on the west side, south side. Let's get together and tell the story so that people know who you are, so that people know what's going on with you. That way we know that you exist, 10 years, 15 years. Like Pixel Fire, I didn't know they were around for 15 years, but I just got here.
Sure.
But
And where did you come from?
I came from Florida.
Wow.
I was born in Houston, raised in New York, and like I said last time, raised in Houston too, because back and forth, But I lived in Florida for a long time, which I love. But Florida is such a paradise and a paradox.
Okay.
Okay, and a Pandora's box too.
Sure.
So if you're ready to go down to Florida, you got to just be ready with what comes with that.
Sure.
Because the beaches and the sunny sand and the sun shining, and then there's a lot of stuff that happens that if you're not watching for, then you just don't know. But that's like New York City. I just think big cities make you stay on your toes.
Sure.
Omaha is like a really good city to come, raise a family, start a business.
Omaha, they say.
Omaha.
Omaha.
Who's that? Ryan Lemon. Shout out to Ryan Lemon. He, he's a Rotary member as well, and he actually had a really good. I invited him back. Ryan, we want you back, bro. 10 minutes isn't enough. We need you back. So yeah, I'm just super excited to be a part of the ecosystem. I'm super excited to have at least been able to, leave a mark, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel your mark, sir.
Thank you.
I know so many people do.
Thank you, Toni. Yeah, Toni was, gracious enough to come by today. You'll be seeing more of her whenever she does have time to come on. And you'll just be seeing more of her, period. I mean, she has big moves. You got big things in your future, so.
Well, thank you.
I think that the community is also getting to know you. Because when I put this out there, it's like, 5,000 people.
Sure.
I see it immediately, in Omaha. Omaha and Lincoln, And so that's actually a beautiful thing too. We're not, I'm not necessarily trying to blow up in worldwide. I mean, if we could just get it right here, get it tight right here, and then have everybody here, get this energy going amongst us, this synergy going amongst us here, we could be a great example for the rest of the country and the rest of the world.
I love the Midwest.
Me too.
Love it here. I think it's like the big small, I told you, a country bumpkin, grew up in a town of 130 people, hey, Burlington Junction, Missouri. So big little city, it's incredible. And I do live in Council Bluffs. You always hear people say Council Tucky. And I'm just like, come on, y'all, this is the land of opportunity. If you lived in Elmo, Missouri, you would understand. And the blessings and opportunities that are here are so abundant.
I know it. Don't sleep on Omaha, man. I'm an outsider coming in, and I love it here. This is my third home, between Miami, New York, and Omaha. Even though I love Houston, it's just Houston is like, man, it's a wild place. It's a really wild place. Even if you're hanging out in the suburbs, it's a wild place. So, and that's a whole nother podcast too.
Sure.
So,
Sure. Well, I am certain that you have teams and pings and lots of people wanting to get with you. Is there anything we didn't chat about that you just?
No, I think. Well, yeah, I didn't
chat.
go. I didn't go through the entire list, but that's fine. That's for another
Podcast too
episode.
coming,
Yep.
and I'm sure someone else is going to want to pick your brain.
Yeah.
Who will it be? Who wants to pick Glen's brain?
I'm always invited. So I'll say this: if you want to be on the podcast, if you want to host on the podcast, email me. My email is going to be in the link below. If you want to support the local community with more of these stories being told, I'll have a link in the description that says support or sponsor episodes. You click on that link and it'll have all the information in there, and we'd appreciate any help that we can get to keep this thing going. And come to 1 Million Cups. I'll put the link in there if you want to present, or if you want to be if you want to do a huge presentation, cool. If you want to do a small presentation, that's fine too. I'll put that in there. I'll put my email in there, but if you want to do a 30-minute presentation, I'll put the link right there. You click on it, and then you go down to the bottom and hit presenter. Also, share these videos with your kids and other young people so that they can actually start learning about the entrepreneurial world and how to start a business, or just how to be a good team player in whatever environment that they're in, whether it's corporate America or at a restaurant or whatever, on a construction site. We need to help our younger generation just become the best that they can be. And so that's pretty much what I'll leave everybody with.
Awesome. I have one more plug. Something that I didn't realize but did learn within that group is that where that's hosted, there's individuals like Daphne Cook. She's doing business development, like she's doing curriculum for that. And she has opportunities for like-minded professionals to come and coach, do workshops, like get involved. Marla Ash, Dr. Marla.
I love Dr. Marla.
Hey, Daph. So it's just like endless resources that are within your tips. Wednesday mornings, 8:30, unless you want to come in and chat, it'd be a little sooner. But.
7 a.m. for those of you warriors that can make it there on time. But MCC is there. I mean, we're going to have a whole nother podcast for just the resources that are available.
Sure.
Because it's a tremendous amount of resources that are out there. And a lot of them are free. Some of them do cost. But I think that anyone trying to get into entrepreneurship, there's going to be some level of cost somewhere. Now, if we can help you alleviate some of that pain, then I would definitely give out tips on how to bootstrap,
Sure.
and how to take advantage of the free resources. But a lot of it has to do with oneself, to get to that next level. So a lot of times it's not even about the money. I've seen people get money for their idea, and then it's like, it wasn't really that much of a good idea, or the money really didn't help them get to the next level because
They didn't prepare.
For whatever reason,
Yeah.
And so.
Awesome.
So thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's really an honor.
Well, we'll shake on it then.
All right.